Here, this purple thing down here, that is one of those rifts that would open when I walk over there. But I need weapons and a bit of protection before I go in there, because otherwise, you know, it's gonna be terrible. First solo match in season 8. That's just good, isn't it? Julia bought the Robo Guy actually to get access to Save the World. There's a thing called the Lock Pack that's currently discounted for $11.99, and that'll get you access to the Save the World game mode. That's a different game mode in Fortnite in which you can basically play by yourself, and it's not a multiplayer game unless you want it to be, and it's player versus environment instead of player versus player, which is what this is. Player versus player means, like, you know, you battle against other people, and they've changed this around a little bit over time in that you can also play against, or that there are kind of NPC characters in here. It's not a great selection of weapons, but hey, let me show you this. This is crazy. So the moment you approach this, it goes and sucks you in to this different environment, and then there's like tons of these guys who are all, you know, evil, and you can jump really high and you can't really build and stuff, which is okay. I'm happy about that. And you can also go out again, but there's also this bar at the top, and if you manage to fill that up, that's like pretty awesome and stuff, I think, or whatnot. It's a good game. You don't really have to think. If you're distracted, Brian, I highly recommend it. If you want to let some anger issues out, this is the game. Dude, die already. Also, you don't claw at me. That's just... The good thing is when these guys die, I should really have better weapons. That'd be awesome. When these guys die, they do leave ammunition around, which is kind of nice. Ah! And then this thing collapses. Who are you? Oh man, don't do that. 73rd. Hey, that's not good, but I did set the guy on fire. Yeah, so Save the World is kind of nice. It looks still... So the way they did this when they developed Fortnite was that, first of all, there were quite a lot of things going on. Around 2017 this was, and they needed a test bed for their new Unreal Engine 4. So that was number one. This was a prototype test game, and it still is today to for Epic to test Unreal Engine 5 features. And on top of that, they were transitioning to this microtransactions thing that they were going for, this make this game available for free and with microtransactions. Then they introduced this thing that they just called Fortnite in early access for like 3 years or so. This is other anomaly. Let's go and try that. Let's go there. Let's go to that other anomaly. So that one doesn't collapse. This orange bit here, that doesn't collapse. These purple guys, they collapse, and the orange thing, that doesn't collapse. So I might go and land at one of those orange crash sites here, and then we'll go into the anomaly. Let's do that. So yes, they developed this thing called Fortnite, and they tested this. They had these two modes. The player versus player was actually a secondary mode for them, and they were focusing on this player versus environment, which we today know as Save the World. And the player versus player became so successful that they split that out into its own mode, and it became in fact more successful than Save the World. But Save the World still exists, and because they split it at one point, Save the World still looks very retro, so the assets don't quite look as stylized as these guys do, as this version does. The frame rate isn't quite as high. Look at that, this is what the cube left us. Transportation cube. Dr. Scone was in fact setting this all up for us to kind of smash the cube apart in the last mission of Season 7. It's very, very exciting, that. And so all this orange stuff, this is basically now dead stuff, where some cube has crashed. Or some part of the mothership that's crashed. But the good thing is it's full of loot, which is quite nice. So you can just go and pick up tons of ammo. There's footsteps. No, don't do it, don't do it. Let me get a weapon first. I don't have a weapon yet. There's also these cubes here that you can eat. And when you do that, they turn you into Shadow Monster. As that, you can still pick things up, but you can't really do anything. Like, let me pick this up here. But you can't shoot people. But you're kind of half undetected, I suppose. Blue weapons always beat green weapons. This is not bad. As long as Laughing Boy doesn't get me. I could also do with a shotgun, really. That would just complete my arsenal. But there we go. And then eventually you come back to a normal person. Okay, is this destructible? No. Indestructible. Oh, the loot shark! We could get him one day. He's very funny. I don't know what he's doing here. And then there's this Jaws music and stuff. That is just so cool. I don't think he likes people very much. Indeed, yeah, that's exactly how it worked. PvP was all of a sudden more popular than this. Oh, dude, that's like completely not on, man. Let's ice him. There. I was just having a chat with the loot shark. Hear him. Oh, he has teeth and everything. He also comes on land sometimes. And you can't shoot him. We don't want to provoke him unnecessarily. But he eats stuff and bites you and stuff. Also costs you an arm and a leg in ammo. Yeah, so this mechanic is known as player versus environment, as the shark is part of the environment. But this save the world is you've got a lot of zombies that attack fortifications, so you need to protect some bit in the middle. And then you go and... oh my god, he's coming for me! Awesome shot! Wow. Whew! The loot shark! Hey, this is a really good gun, so I'm totally gonna get that. Also, might eat some meat that the shark has kindly left behind. I've got two really good guns now. I've got the purple one, this one here, and I've got the golden one. That's seriously like the best and everything, I think. I could do with more health, couldn't I? Wasn't there a health pack earlier? Before the storm gets me. I could also fish out of here. That's another option. If I only had a fishing rod, I could do that. See if we find one. What's this? That's a grey gun. We don't want a grey gun. Anything else loot-wise we can pick up here? I could do with more health, for sure. And a few more shields, that would also be good. I'm so glad I could show you the loot shark. That's one of my favorite parts in the game. Wasn't there a health pack around here a minute ago? Well, that's that lever action shotgun I was talking about. Very good. And I hate to say it, but I can probably get rid of the purple gun and the blue gun now, because I've got the golden one. If we find some of these screws, I can turn it into a rapid fire SMG. Legendary rapid fire SMG. Oh my god, like this one! That is seriously cool. Let's do that. This can go. We can heal ourselves at least up to 75. That's not bad. Yeah, the guy I killed had a health. There we go. That's the health pack I was looking for. Thank you. Very good. Let's take that. Very good. How exciting. And let's go craft this orange weapon into a rapid fire SMG. That is just so cool. It's kind of a mechanic they've introduced here also fairly recently. When you find certain things, look at that, it looks a little bit different. Can't wait to try this out. Yeah, when you find certain items, like in the anomaly, you find these types of slightly different kind of cubes, and when you do that, they will let you craft things into different versions of what they once were, and supposedly improve them. It's just not always an improvement, if you know what I mean. The man with the golden gun, absolutely! Do you know, I just saw a game yesterday. Oh my god, what's happening here? Why is this purple? Should this be like that? I saw a game yesterday, I think it was called Loop Death or something, it's a ridiculous title, and that very much reminded me of a James Bond movie. I thought at first it was actually done by the guys that make James Bond, like the production company. Are you seriously shooting at me? I mean, I have a golden gun, dude, don't you know that? I'm not afraid to use it either. I might just go let you burn to death. This is actually quite cool. Oh, no, 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 don't do that. I'm gonna use my golden gun on you. Rapid fire, that's what it's called. For that reason. Hey, that's good. Also, I'm on my way into the anomaly. Seriously don't have time for people at the moment. Yes, loop death loop, something like that. And that looked quite exciting. I was wondering if we should have a look at it. It's more like a movie, I think. But you never know until you try these things. Come on, anomaly. Also, collect some fireflies. They're good to burn people down. I like that. Some items like hot peppers, they make you walk fast in this game. Sometimes it's of an advantage. This is the thing. I saw one of these bubbles up close. It's done with 2 spheres, each of which has a different shader. So there's a little gap between the 2 spheres. And that's what makes them so exciting. So the one is the thing that goes all bubbly and orange on the outside. And the other one makes it all kind of purple. So if you look closely, and then of course the way this is done when they step in, I think it's a post-process volume that changes all these attributes, because the geometry inside is exactly like it once was. And these things spawn randomly, so it's kind of cool. When you walk in, it just changes the post-process volume. This building is basically on the inside and the outside. So it's not like it changes scenes, it's still the same scene on the inside here. Very, very clever. The way they've done that. This, I think, it makes you jump. Oh yes, makes you jump high. And this doesn't collapse, yet the storm still gets you, so I'm in the storm, which isn't good. I may just have to grab a medkit and hike it out of here. This is a sideways weapon here. I might pick that up as well, in favor of these things. Sideways rifle. And it's actually quite fun if you have just these guys in here. It's less fun when real people come in here as well. Gotta be brutally honest. Is this car still working? Yes! Let's drive it out of the sideways! Ouch! Oh, I need to take a med kit now! Ah, I might not make it. Ay, caramba! Ah, what a shame.